Hello there fellow travelers. Do you want your Alhaitham to do insane damage as a free to play? Then get ready to unlock the true potential of Alhaitham with this perfect build. So grab your Dendro Visions because we are about to dive into the ultimate guide to building Alhaitham properly. Before we jump into the build, let's get acquainted with our acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. First is his normal attacks. Abductive Reasoning. Alhaitham performs 5 rapid strikes dealing physical damage. His charge attack consumes 20 stamina and unleashes 2 rapid strikes. And his plunging attack is the basic sword plunge which does AoE physical damage on impact. Next is his elemental skill, Universality and Elaboration on Form. Alhaitham rushes forward, dealing dendro damage to opponents, and holding the skill enters aiming mode to adjust the direction of Alhaitham's rush attack. When this skill is used, Alhaitham will generate 1 Chisel Light Mirror. When he possesses Chisel Light Mirrors, Alhaitham's normal attacks will be converted to deal dendro damage. This cannot be overridden, and when attacks of aforementioned kind hit opponents, the Chisel Light Mirror will unleash a projection attack based on the number of mirrors, and a total of 3 Chisel Light Mirrors can exist at once. Chisel Light Mirrors will disappear one after the other over time and will all disappear when Alhaitham leaves the field. Projection attacks has a 1.6 second interval and 1 Chisel Light Mirror will disappear after 4 seconds, and this skill has a 18 second cooldown. Next is Alhaitham's Elemental Burst, Particular Field, Feathers of Phenomena. Alhaitham creates a field and deals multiple instances of AoE dendro damage. If Chisel Light Mirrors exist when this ability is used, all mirrors will be consumed and increase the number of damage instances dealt by 2 for each mirror consumed, and 2 seconds after his ability is unleashed, if mirrors were consumed, Alhaitham will generate new mirrors. His Elemental Burst cost is 70 energy and has a 18 second cooldown. Next are Alhaitham's Ascension passives. His first passive talent is 4 Causal Correction. When Alhaitham's charge or plunging attack hits opponents, they will generate 1 Chisel Light Mirror. This effect can be triggered once every 12 seconds. His second passive talent is Mystery's Laid Bare. Each point of Alhaitham's Elemental Mastery will increase the damage dealt by projection attacks and his Elemental Burst by 0.1%. A maximum of 100% damage increase can be attained this way, meaning you will need 1000 Elemental Mastery to get the 100% damage increase. Now that you are well acquainted with Alhaitham's kit, let's see which talents you should develop first. Alhaitham's projection attacks are his main source of damage and they are considered as elemental skill damage, so his elemental skill should be leveled up first as high as possible, followed by his normal attacks, as he will be mostly doing that to proc the projection attacks, and he has pretty high multipliers on his basic attacks. And lastly, his elemental burst. It has good damage but it will mainly be used to generate the Chisel Light Mirrors. Now let's talk about weapons. Alhaitham has quite a few good 4-star options, while his signature weapon Light of Foliar Incision or Lo-Fi being the best in slot. The best 4-star option for Alhaitham is undoubtedly the Toukabu Shigure. It has Elemental Mastery as its substat and its passive inflicts a curse on a random opponent, and that cursed opponent will take 32% more damage for 10 seconds. But this weapon looks disgusting on him. That's where the Iron Sting comes in. It's a free to play craftable with Elemental Mastery as its substat, and its passive increases all damage by 6% when dealing elemental damage, which Alhaitham does all the time and can be stacked twice, and this weapon can be refined for free. Next is the Blackcliff Longsword. It can be a good option if you don't have any of the Elemental Mastery weapons. It has crit damage as its substat and its passive increases attack by 12% for 30 seconds after defeating an enemy and can be stacked 3 times. Festering Desire can also work, but its energy recharge substat is kind of a waste here, but its passive increases elemental skill damage by 32% and elemental skill crit rate by 12%. Its passive is pretty good for Alhaitham. And lastly, if you don't have any of the 4-star options, you can use the 3-star sword Harbinger of Dawn. It has crit damage as its substat and its passive increases crit rate by 28% if the user is above 90% HP. This weapon is a solid choice for low AR players as well as free to play players. Now it's time to deck out Alhaitham with the perfect artifacts. The best artifact set for Alhaitham is the Gilded Dreams. 2-piece set increases Elemental Mastery by 80, 4-piece set increases attack or Elemental Mastery or both based on the party member's elemental type after the user triggers an elemental reaction for 8 seconds. Attack is increased by 14% for each party member with the same type as the user, and Elemental Mastery increases by 50 for each party member with different elemental type than the user. This set will give Alhaitham more Elemental Mastery and attack that will increase his damage by a lot. 4-piece Deepwood Memories can be a good option if you don't have any other Dendro teammate with him. 2-piece Deepwood and 2-piece Gilded will give him 80 Elemental Mastery and 15% Dendro damage bonus, which can work if you don't have a full Gilded Dream set and have another Dendro unit with the Deepwood Memories artifact set equipped. And lastly, 2-piece Gilded and 2-piece Wanderer's Troop can also work. Both will give 80 Elemental Mastery each, which will increase his projection attack damage. Now for the artifact stats. Alhaitham scales with both attack and Elemental Mastery and of course crit rate and damage. So you want Elemental Mastery on the Sands, Dendro damage bonus on the Goblet, and crit rate or crit damage on the Circlet to maximize his damage. And for the substats, prioritize crit rate and damage, then Elemental Mastery, then energy recharge and attack percent. It is highly recommended to level up Alhaitham to level 90 as it will increase the damage of Spread reaction, because Spread and Aggravate are additive reactions and they scale with the Elemental Mastery as well as the level of the character. And you should aim for at least 400 standard elemental mastery on him. This will provide 40% damage bonus to his projection attacks and a standard 1:2 crit ratio. A rough idea should be 60 crit rate and 120 crit damage and more if you can, and you should be aiming for at least 120% energy recharge to keep his burst uptime, as you will need it to generate Chiselite mirrors. Now let's talk about some good team comps for Alhaitham. Alhaitham is a great Dendro DPS and he is very versatile, so here are some powerful teams with Alhaitham. Alhaitham spread. Alhaitham quick bloom. Spread and aggravate. Nilu bloom with Alhaitham. As you saw, Alhaitham is not only a great on-field DPS but a very good driver as well for all the bloom related reactions, and you might have seen a certain cookie with him in each team. That is because she is a goated character for Dendro teams, and if you want a cookie guide, just comment below and watch this video to build your Kazuha properly.